Welcome to Stick and Dagger Month here at MKG. So we're going to introduce this category. It's quite a complicated category. So we have to introduce some basic exercises so you learn to interact between this weapon and this weapon so they're not busy killing each other. So it's a basic 2 count. It's very easy for beginners. Start them on their forehand side, have them click here, retract the stick, and then step forward and thrust here like that. Then we're going to click a middle shot here like that. We're going to step forward and thrust low. Then we're going to click all the way down here like that and step forward and thrust a low line. So there's 3 ones. 3, 1, and hit. Single hit and thrust. Low single hit here and thrust. The basic footwork is that of an open triangle, but they can get away with just stepping forward and backward for this one. So it's easy if I have my right foot forward to just go like that, 1, and just step forward here like that. Make sure that they do not step forward and put the opponent behind them. So sometimes they'll step outside of that foot. That actually has put Steph behind me then. We don't do that. So if we strike here 1, we're just going to step to about that point. 2, and this will help teach them distance. Because sometimes they're going to feel a little too close. Sometimes they'll feel a little too far away. They can't quite reach it. So they'll have to adjust. So the 2 count here, just for safety. Index on your hip. Strike here like that. Palm up. Index back on your hip, strike here like that, palm here. Index back on your hip, strike here like that. Notice that at no time is the dagger sort of hanging out in this area while the stick is moving, because that's where you're going to run into trouble now. Now these 2 start meeting. So either here, sometimes we'll go to this position, but I think for beginners, it's tight on the hip, right? Dagger point nice straight forward like that, so it's not hanging out here. And then strike the inward, meet on the forearm. Strike the horizontal inward, meet on the forearm. Strike the backhand, and meet on the forearm. We can make combat pieces out of these. If I strike the hand here, that might be a thrust, and then when he strikes with his dagger, that might be a hit, that might be a disarm. We can make a combat set out of any of these. I don't see the point. We've got that coming down the pipe later, and for these beginning exercises, we really want them to just focus on when does this one go, and when does this one go. When does this one go? And before I introduce this into the range, I'm going to make sure this gets out of the way before that goes forward. If you go here and go forward. So if you pretend that this is a live blade, it would be instinct. So if I'm actually holding a razor sharp dagger, it wouldn't occur to me to thrust this out here when my other hand is still there. You would pull it back naturally. But sometimes with training daggers, they get a little careless. So they sort of hit like that and go like that and hit like that. And these are too close. So index on the hip. Strike the inward, palm up thrust where you meet on the forearm. Strike the horizontal here, middle thrust where you meet on the forearm. The low here like that, low thrust where we meet on the forearm. This will give you your 2 counts and it'll help you get used to these 2 implements as we go into the stick and dagger phase.